การท่าเป็นอะไรมากปะปวดละเอียดไปปะเป็นอะไรมากปะนี่ไงแกเป็นอะไรมากปะสงสารน้องสงสารน่าจบมาไวมากอ๋อไม่ใช่
หนูที่เก็บว่าง
ว่างเราก็เซ็นได้นะ
ตอนแรกไม่ได้ให้พี่ลงเซ็นไงเดี๋ยวเราขอได้ไปคิดเงินกับมันเอง
Anyone? There is no wrong and correct answer. Just share what your understanding on this ASB.
ครับผม
Anyone?
เอาแนวขวางเอาเป็นฟิลลูกชิ้นทอดได้ปะลูกชิ้นทอดอะไรอย่างเงี้ยที่ชอบเป็นฟิลนั้นโอเค
From Phnom Penh,
ลูกชิ้น
maybe you can share what you understand about this ASB.
ขอ overall โอเคจ้า
Or from Sydney, Edwin.
น้องปรับเกียรติซื้อข้าวไม่เกียรติของน้องซื้อข้าว
Hello. Hello. Anyone? Everyone, can you hear my voice?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So anyone, you can share what you understand about this ASB that will be issued last 2 weeks. There's no wrong and correct answer. Just share moment. Anyone volunteer?
Okay, based on here is based on 25 minutes for everybody, and earlier than that for white body, 30 minutes.
Okay. Thank you, Rosmadi. All right. Okay. And then maybe how about others? Mio Papa.
Yes. Basically also to check, do the pre-document check for boarding so that we can expedite the boarding process.
Okay, yep. All right, thank you so much. I think there's the nearest one. Yep, the new procedure is because actually, one, I just want to share. We want to avoid the congested in the BGR area. So that's why we implement a new process, or we enhance the process, which is on the staff number 3, and you can see from this picture. So the JHA personnel need to check and verify the documentation before they proceed to the BGR gate. And the verification timing for narrow body is a T-20 prior to the STD, or you can do earlier. And for the wide body is a T-30 minutes prior to the STD or earlier. So from this ASB, we just want to have a sharing moment because there have been a different layout of the airport for each of you. So that's why we have this session so you can share or share the difficulty if there's any in your station. So anyone? Maybe because of the layout of the airport itself.
Okay, to my take on this, depending on the airport, as for what you can see here, this is some sort of like triangle, and destination first, then follow up by the queue and the BTL. But again, that's why the layout of the airport also play a part. It's not
Yes,
applicable
correct.
for us in Singapore here when it comes to, we call this an open gate. Because the open gate, there should be stanchion provided. But as far as the airport authority concerned, we are not allowed to put any of station or Malaysian Airlines station at the gate itself. This must be uniformity by the airport authority. So it will be a challenge to do a passport check. It's good implementation, but it's not applicable to us in Singapore.
In Singapore, okay, noted on this. I will highlight this to Puan Norin. Thanks, Rosmadi, for the sharing. And how about I want to ask about the HKT Phuket. Anyone from Phuket? If you have any difficulty or challenge because of the layout or maybe the open concept of the boarding gate, so it's a have a difficulty to implement of this procedure, because this procedure has been asked by our high management to do, because they doesn't want to have a congested passenger in front of the BGR before they enter the aircraft. So that's why we create this new SOP to prevent the congested in the BGR. So for HKT, is there any problem from your side? Or maybe from other station as well? Maybe you can share.
For Perth Station, we have been doing a pre-document check as well before boarding start, but that depends on if we can get our gate on time. That means sometimes we have to wait for the previous airline to depart before we can access that gate. Then that will be an issue for us. But otherwise, if we can get that boarding gate on time, then we will do the we will usually page for passengers to come forward to do the document check if they are online checked in. But that also depending on passengers come forward or not. If they don't, then it will have to be done when during the boarding process.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much sharing for, is it Perth, right?
Yeah,
All
Perth
right.
Station.
Okay, for the Perth Station. Normally in the Perth Station, do you have any issue on the congested in the BGR area?
We do because our gate is open gate, and then the gate is actually quite narrow. So usually we it depends on which gate we were assigned to as well.
And maybe later on, maybe you can share to Aisha the picture or the video of the during the boarding process, so that we can evaluate back based on your station. And also Rosmadi, maybe you can share the picture and the video of the boarding process, so that we can look on it. Because we scared, because once because this is highlight direct from our GMD, from Captain Izaham and also Captain Nasa. So we want to avoid as soon as possible on the congested area in the BGR, because we doesn't want to be the slip through passenger happen and so on. So that's why we recommend station head to oversee and ask JHA to do the pre-check before the passenger come to the BGR. And the suggestion from domestic, I just want to share, they have been given the opinion that once they check the documentation and everything, they just put like a tick, a very small tick or notification to the boarding process that this has already been checked 5 minutes or 8 minutes before the boarding process. So when the passenger come to the BGR gate, and then the JHA see the notification or the tick that previous personnel has been checked, so they just scan and let the passenger go through and enter the aircraft. That's the opinion or suggestion from domestic station for Malaysia. And maybe you can give the opinion and suggestion as well, so that can be smooth and prevent the congested area in BGR.
Hi, Asif. Sorry,
Hi.
I was just clearing the, it's Edwin. Good morning to you. It's afternoon here. I was just clearing the security when you was requesting for me. Asif, it's quite challenging for us to apprehend this new procedure of checking the documents at the gate reader. Firstly, all documents are being checked and verified during the check-in process in terms of their visa, their passport validity, what on and so on, right? Only thereafter a boarding pass is being printed, all right? So passengers take their boarding pass and they go directly to the boarding gate. And it's a open boarding gate for Sydney as well. And reiterate myself, all these checks are done during check-in, okay? So that's when the boarding pass is printed. The challenge will be for our transit passengers inbound from Qantas. So paging for all the transit passengers will be done once they are at the gate. So they will, nevertheless, they have been checked through. They will have a Qantas boarding pass. So our system here at Sydney, everyone need to change their boarding pass. We will not board an Qantas boarding pass. All right. So they will need to produce their visa and to revalidate all the document processes at the boarding gate. All right. Only then Malaysian boarding pass will be issued and they will be able to board.
Okay, so far from the experience or from the area in the boarding process, is there any congested as well in Sydney during the boarding?
No, because once the agent reaches the boarding gate, the first thing they will check with all the printers, all the facilities, everything is okay, the feeds, the telephone line and all that. Thereafter, they will be starting to call these passengers, even before the QR passengers. That's right, the inbound passengers. So that there's not much of a congestion because passengers will be coming by stages. Their names will be called, and we are looking at between 10 to 15 passengers or 30 passengers max, but not all 30 going to be at the boarding gate at the same time. So it's going to be by stages by the time they reach, and then they know their name is called, and then revalidation of their documents will be done, and our boarding pass will be printed, and explaining to them that we are boarding by group. Just wait for your boarding group to be called.
Okay, noted. But we are totally understand. That's why we are having this session, because there's difficulty based on your session, because based on the picture itself, it's just showing the layout of the KLIA. So that's why we're having this session. So the main agenda here is to avoid the congested in the BGR, boarding gate reader area that the high management has been highlighted to us. So I believe if there is no congested area, as long as you can do to avoid this thing, I believe there should be no issue at all. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I don't foresee any issues for my station with our current process. You know.
All right.
So the current process is good. Not allowing passengers to be crowded at the boarding gate. So to avoid any misdocumentation, checking, and validation and all that. So touch wood, so far so good, Asif.
So far so good. All right. And how about I still want to ask Chitra Wang from Phnom Penh, and because you guys gonna switch to a new airport, KTI. So maybe you can share something to us.
Yeah, Asif. Good morning. Asif, as we practice now in Phnom Penh Airport, so we're facing the same issue with using the open gate at Phnom Penh Airport. Yes. So for the BGR, there's no issue because we have the staff. We assign one staff to manage the queue. Yeah, during boarding.
So there will be no congested area in as well in Phnom Penh, yeah, so far?
Yeah, so far so good, yes. And for KTI,
how about the KTI layout? Is it same like Phnom Penh or what? You already been there?
KTI,
see the boarding, everything? Yep.
The boarding at KTI Airport is much better than Phnom Penh Airport, because Phnom Penh Airport quite smaller, and KTI is much more bigger than. So since we don't have any flight operating yet, so we cannot give you the the work process on that at KTI. So once we have the flight operating at KTI U airport, which is effective 9 September onward, then we'll share you the process flow of the boardings. Yes.
All right, thank you so much, Chitra, for sharing. And how about the Bangkok?
Hi, good morning, Kala from Bangkok.
Yeah.
Usually we do, since earlier that we check the document before passenger enter to the gate, even though the gate is open gate concept, but we do like a closed gate. So we check passenger document before enter to boarding gate area. When passenger boarding to the aircraft, just show their passport in hand to avoid passport loss during boarding. That's all.
All right, good. And how about Rangoon?
Same as Khon Kaen La, because all documents check-in at the check-in, all documents check-in is done by check-in counter. So there's no congestion at the boarding gate area.
All right. I heard about Sydney. Maybe Melbourne. If you have any issue on the implementing this process?
No, not for Melbourne. It's similar to what the other stations have said. We've got a open gate policy there at the airport as well, but we kind of manage it well. Like Edwin says, it's all mainly done at the check-in counter. But for those inbounds and those web check-in passengers that have no bags, when the flight closes, our service desk actually put a comment on those bookings where we haven't actually physically cited the passenger, because some may have a boarding pass on their mobile and they may go straight to the gate. So for those ones that we haven't cited, we actually put a comment in so that it beeps and we are able to actually identify them and check it at the counter. But the counter setup is slightly away from where the readers are. So at any point in time, you may have only about 3 or 4 passengers waiting in line. But because we constantly page them regularly 1 hour before boarding, we tend to get them all under control, and that area is kind of kept clean for Melbourne.
Right, good. Okay, one more station that I'm concerned is Saint X. Okay, before that, okay, go ahead. Karina?
Hi, Hasim, are you asking about Phuket station, right? Sorry, I am reply. So if I just share about the layout.
Yeah.
The layout in the Phuket airport. If comparing for this bulletin, we have a sharing passageway. So sharing passageway is gate number 8, number 9, 10. We don't have the BGR boarding gate leader. So this is the thing that we are concerned. But normally, our staff will be standby at the boarding gate before aircraft arrive. If the flight on time or gate not congestion about 10 or 15 minutes to verify the document. Yeah, but yeah. So the thing is sharing passageway, no BGR reader. Yes, we don't have. This is under airport authority because the area is insufficient, and also we have the bus gate also. The bus gate, there is a boarding gate leader, but the area is very crowded, and I mean for the microphone of the airport already, the quality is quite poor.
Okay, understand. Okay, for those station that has difficulty, maybe we can we try to acknowledge here. So maybe you can share to your assistant regional head or your regional head so that we can know which station that have difficulty to implement this process, so that we can at least later on when our high management are asking when they're traveling to your prospective station, so we can answer that to the management. Cho, are you here, Cho?
Yes.
Yeah. Later on, wait, yeah. Later on, maybe you can ask your station head to share the video and picture and share to the Norin, yeah.
Bye.
Okay. CNX. One more station that I'm concerned.
Good morning, everyone. For
Morning.
Chiang Mai, we don't have any problem or any issue about the new policy, which actually Chiang Mai will make announcement inside the departure hall to inform all the web check passenger to contact the staff to verify document before we start the boarding.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Who's raised the hand? Go ahead.
Hi, good morning from Manila.
Yep.
With regards to our process here, basically all passengers has to get the boarding pass, the physical boarding pass at the counter. So with regard to the visa verification, it won't be a problem anymore at the boarding gate. Then at the boarding gate, we've been actually doing the travel document verification before the passenger proceeds to the BGR desk. So the only thing is we only have one BGR desk at the boarding gate. So what we are doing is we are assigning at least two personnel who verifies the travel documents before they enter the BGR desk.
All right. Thank you so much. So Manila, so you have no issue as well. Right. Good. I'm trying to share a video that our management recommend you guys to do based on this procedure, but it's having a problem to share the video in chat. So I'll try once again to share, or maybe I share the link if you can see. Wait, yeah. No, I cannot send, but it's okay. Any other station that you want to highlight on this procedure based on your airport layout and everything before we end our session? True, every station join the session. I don't see Perth.
Ada. Representative pun ada juga. Teams, if let's say you have any problem or the layout, airport layout, please raise your concern because sometimes it's not because of our process, it's just because of the airport layout that hinder to have an effective process at the boarding gate.
I think nothing much from my side to share, and I believe for those who have problem or challenges based on your station, later on you can share your video and picture of your boarding process, boarding gate or boarding area to your assistant regional head Aisha or your regional head Chua IB, so that we can see and we can further discuss based on the ASB that we have been issued. All right. So nothing much from my side. Anything else from the floor, from the team before we end the session? Everyone is good. Shu, you want to say something before we end our session?
No, that is what I thought just now. I mentioned just now. If they have any issue with the airport layout, just raise their concerns so that we can understand how we can look further on how to improve.
Yep. All right. So I think thank you so much for joining the session and have a great day, everyone. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
ก็ยังอยู่กับได้ตลอดไปเนาะ
Thank you